Hello, my beautiful and talented people. Thank you to everybody who's been liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, and booking readings. I am doing a giveaway at 5,000 subscribers, so just make sure that you're subscribed and you comment and you're in the running for that. Today, we're asking, how do others see you? So just take a moment, pick which one feels right to you. We've got pile 1, which is the butterfly, pile 2, the shell box, pile 3, which is the gothic unicorn, and pile 4 is the clock. So just choose which one is right for you, and we're going to move on to pile number 1. So pile number 1, you have the butterfly. How do others see you? How do others see you? Integrity. People see you as somebody that has a great deal of integrity. How do others see you? Queen of Cups, 8 of Cups, 6 of Pentacles. People definitely see you as somebody who's generous and kind. People see you as somebody with integrity, somebody generous, somebody kind, somebody that is giving. But they also see you as somebody that has taken losses and that has had to emotionally walk away from those things. And you may have emotionally walked away from those things because of your integrity. And I feel like that is the case. So I feel like people see that sometimes, even though you are this person who deserves to get, all their needs met, is this generous person, that things don't always work out for you. Sometimes like, you're patient, but like, I feel like you have learned to walk away from the situations that don't pay off for you. But I feel like that decision was probably something that took a long time. It was something that was done at great consideration. And I feel like people know that you deserve this balance and this healing in your life. So I feel like they're truly happy for the things that you have walked away from, even if it's painful, because they know that that will give an opportunity for you to receive what you always deserved. So some of you have walked away from situations, people, because they have not paid off. You've done a transformation and really looked at things differently. People can see that in you. And they realize that, yes, this has been a source of anxiety. But I feel with the 7 of, like, I don't think people, like, you do have a dreaming quality about you, but I don't think that you're necessarily a dreamer or in illusion. I feel like a lot of you had to leave behind illusion. Especially if there's a case where you just had to realize that somebody that you loved and cared about wasn't the person you thought they were. But that's why you're actually getting hope, healing, a new beginning. Because I feel like whatever's happened, whatever hasn't paid off, whatever causes you anxiety, instead of continuing to invest in those options, you're just accepting and expecting better for yourself. I feel like you still have moments of mental conflict, but at least to the other people in your heart, like in your the people who care about you, know that you deserve better, and that yeah, you may have mental conflict because maybe of course the Two of Swords, clarifying the Two of Swords. So you are this kind-hearted, genuine person with a lot of integrity. So people don't necessarily want you to question that just because you've had to walk away from things that aren't satisfying and haven't paid off. You are responsible for your own happiness. So I feel like whatever has happened, you've gone and taken responsibility for your own happiness, even if it is walking away from, people who just don't care about it. And you should know, like, you are doing the right thing. You are somebody who has compassion. You are this very compassionate person. And I know that there's this conflict, but you can't save those who don't want to be saved. And you can't make people appreciate you, even if you're obviously this valuable. You just need to put your time and energy into the people, the things that do bring you this home, this family, this comfort, because you are absolutely worthy of getting the same back that you put out. And if anybody has told you that's not the case, they're trying to put a blindfold over your eyes, and unfortunately, their opinion should be taken with a grain of salt. So yes, there has been endings, there have been transformations, but the person that you are, like, you didn't make these endings lightly. This was not an impulse decision on your part. And you're finally giving yourself the ability to receive the abundance that you actually truly deserve. The abundance that is simply fair. That's why good fortune is coming for you, and people see that good fortune is coming for you. And quite frankly, the people in your life who really love you, really care about you, feel that good fortune in your life is far overdue. So yes, take the love that you are meant to get, because you are meant to get this comfort, this healing, this emotional balance. You're worthy of having that, and you're worthy of having just simply the love that you already give out to the universe coming back to you. Just know that, you may not be able to get that. You aren't going to get that if you keep if you had still been investing in this person, in this thing. It could be like a business, it could be, but sometimes cutting your losses doesn't make you cruel, because sometimes cutting your losses not only heals you, but allows you to spread your light into the world to where it can actually do some good. So people, I know that you're conflicted, but people are proud of you, because you're doing what's right. So I hope that this helps. If you do want a free reading, I'm giving away 2 as soon as I hit 5,000 subscribers. So just make sure that you're subscribed and you comment. And we are going to now move on to pile number 2. Pile number 2, you had the shell. So how do others see you? Pile number 2. How believe. I'm actually kind of seeing this in relation to the shell. I feel like there may have been something, like where I don't know if it's through a greater belief that you've maybe come out of your shell, but it's almost like you're really showing your unique, you're showing your uniqueness and you're showing your value. I feel like it is something that's, judgment. It's like it's like there's been some kind of realization and some kind of breakthrough with you. Got the 5 of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles, and the Temperance card. I feel like this realization has kind of moved you from lack to abundance. Lack to, lack and kind of maybe not getting the help that you need to personal abundance and independence within yourself. Like, again, like how many wing, like I feel like there's, this extra freedom. And I feel like whatever this realization is, whatever this belief is, whatever it is, this has opened you up to this calmness, this evenness, this personal strength. I'm so proud of you. What's ever going on? So, how do others see you? Like, people see you and that things are balancing for you. They see you as being somebody who's internally healthy, and they see you as somebody who is moving forward with belief, like moving forward with that knowledge that the things that, like you're not, whatever this fear or whatever this lack, whatever it is, it has no power over you anymore. So you're willing to take risks, and you are actually truly investing in yourself and investing in stability. So it's not like you're being reckless, but you may be willing to take risks that you didn't take before. 6 of Cups. Feel like you're definitely bringing in people, soulmates, soul family, like people who are on your spiritual path. It's like whatever is going on, you've taken this kind of leap ahead in healing. This healing card, judgment, like really getting the call from spirit. It's like you get the call from spirit, you believe the call from spirit, and you're willing to, and it's like you're able to move forward without fear. How do others see you? 2 of Swords, some mental conflict. feel like there are some people, I'm not feeling mental conflict in you, but I feel like, again, this has been a big change. So I feel like there are some people who have some mental conflict about you regarding this. Especially, um, especially people that you may have put a lot of energy and effort into. I feel like you may have, received losses as a result of that, but I feel like if you had somebody or people that you put energy and effort to, um, but things did not pay off, I feel like those people are conflicted. Those people are conflicted because they realize, whether it's new or not, at this point, they realize that it's not you. Like, it wasn't you. Like, you weren't the problem there. So, again, because you're, having this self belief, having this, place where you're truly grounding yourself, it's like everything everything you put your mind to, everything you work on, it's growing right now. It's moving towards, like, you're getting wish fulfillment. um Whether you've had whether you're there yet completely or not, but you're doing this independently. Maybe there are some people involved, but like, you're driving the show. You're not necessarily doing this. So I feel like those that maybe didn't put enough investment in you, I feel like they are instead having to watch you shine, watch you create this happiness. So choose happiness constantly. I think that's the second time it came out. There's over 200 cards in there. So, like, I feel like you've chosen to be happy. You've chosen, yeah, like, you should know that things are moving in your favor because you're acting with faith, that you're evening yourself out, you're choosing, joy and success and happiness. And I feel like, the people, that didn't invest in you, if people didn't invest in you or you invested in them and things didn't pay off, I feel like it's again, shine, believe, shine the star. Like, those that did not see your value can't help but see it now. And again, like, if people didn't put that necessary, self, if people left you with not enough, if people, did not offer you help when when it was needed, like, now those people are conflicted because you're kind of moving at concert with the universe. You're being in yourself, you're choosing happiness, and things are opening up for you. I feel like sister charm. I don't know, like, obviously you could have a sister. You may have a sister who's conflicted about you. I feel like, so a lot of you actually have supportive, like, sisters who may be supportive. I'm feeling that more. But of course, everybody's going to be different. Um, I feel like these are kind of linked. I've got, like, the kitten and the dragon. And I almost get that maybe some people, like, thought you know, you do have these cute qualities. You like, people thought you were a kitten, you know, maybe, you know, helpless, maybe, you know, and instead you're a dragon, your wealth, your abundance, you're powerful. So I feel like, again, this mental conflict is a lot of people's pictures of you, their own projections on you are so, it's just, they're so inaccurate that, you know, people are experiencing a lot of cognitive dissonance regarding you, in which they can't, they're, you know, well, initially they may have held on to these beliefs, whatever it was, you know, that allowed them to leave you without help or not invest. I feel like, you know, like, but they see you now, and those who didn't invest in you don't get the payoff from you. So yes, you're unique, you're special, you're beautiful. You're just bursting with light and faith, and yeah, and regardless, like, and you are, no matter what, you're moving forward. And you're moving forward because you've chosen happiness, you've chosen, you know, to even yourself out, to listen to the universe, to have the belief and faith, and, you know, realize that you may suffer losses, but your whole existence doesn't need to be a loss. So the universe is working and righting itself, because the people who are there, who are meant to be there for you, definitely are going to show up. And the people who, you know, weren't there may very much miss their opportunity and chance, because you're healing, you're grounding, and you're just being this strong individual. And I feel like your journey, like, you're not making your journey dependent on anybody else. You're making your journey dependent on you. And that the people who come in, who treat you with that love, will treat you with that respect, they can come along. So it's not even about being angry. It's just, you know, there's no waiting for validation from other people. You're just making your life the best. And what it is showing people just who you are. All right. Thank you. I appreciate it. If you do want a free reading, I'm giving away 2. And I'll be giving that at 5,000 subscribers. So just make sure that you're subscribed and you comment, and you're in the running for that. I also want to say thank you to everybody who's been liking, sharing, subscribing, and booking readings. It all matters, and I'm really appreciative. So we're going to move on to pile number 3. How do others see you? How do others see you? There we go. Sacred journey. How do others see you? 6 of Wands, 5 of Cups, I feel like people see you as somebody that is on some kind of journey. They see you as somebody that's hardworking, that has had disappointments as well as successes. With the 5 of Wands, 4 of Wands. I feel like when people see you, they do see conflict in you. But they believe that you are going to find the balance, and like they do feel like instead of having this conflict, that you are going to find home and stability. But I do know, and you know, people do see you putting energy, effort, work into making this happen. People feel like that there's, significant things happening to you in your life right now. And they can see that what you're doing is balancing yourself. Again, so so you can have stability in your life versus discordance. I feel like there's definitely at least somebody in your life that really loves you. I don't know if they're currently in your life, or, I feel like they might be somebody that's currently in your life. But again, it's with the losses that you've had, I feel like, and this is more from spirit than other people, I feel like it's important to pay not just attention to what was lost, but what is still there. And I feel like what is still there is love. Like whatever, you've had wins, you've had struggles, and you're really from 4 to 5 to 6, like you're really moving forward, and you're really like being able to handle and master your struggles. But you need to be able to look at what you have and not just what you've lost, because what you have is still has the ability to bring you stability, and it has, you know and it involves people who love you. And I feel like your whatever is going on with you, you're starting to be able to master your feelings, which does involve feeling your feelings. But it's like you're being able to have this emotional maturity, and it is going to lead to there being like greater structure, greater balance. Again, Four of Wands, the Hierophant, and the Two of Cups. Some of you are really going. Some of you are really like there's a and this maybe not for all of you, but for a lot of you, there's some kind of reuniting that's going to happen for you. But there's also going to be some kind of commitment involved. It's like whatever's balancing within yourself is then going to help balance whatever's going on there. Now, for you, those of you that you don't think that this is a love situation, like what you are going to get is more serenity and more harmony. And it could be serenity and harmony between you and friends, you and family. Some of you, it's definitely family. And you're definitely going to have to feel which one is right for you. But whatever it is, like you're going through an emotional awakening, and that emotional awakening is actually, if you were afraid that it would be something that would imbalance you, it's very much the opposite. It's like giving you this win, giving you this lack of conflict, giving you this calmness. And again, this is part of your life's journey. This healing, this growth, this emotional reopening is something that is absolutely meant to happen for you. And it is something that allowance is going, you're allowing yourself to have this emotional reopening. You're allowing yourself to put the love in the people who love you, is going to give you overwhelming happiness. Like just you're bringing in happiness for yourself, not just a little, like ultimate happiness. Like you're this, whatever you've done to even yourself emotionally, especially if it's allowing you to even out relationships with you, like these relationships are going to bring you so much happiness. Like this emotional ability and access is going to bring you so much happiness. And it is actually going to give you more, it's like you're opening more up to emotions, but it's also going to, it's kind of weird because you're also going to have this, it's like it's not, you're not choosing between emotional independence, you're not having to choose between independence and emotionally fulfilling relationships. You can still have this growth, these things that you've built, that you've set up, that you've grown. Like, if anything, like maybe you're just less dependent on, on negative emotions that you've had. But again, you're going through this huge experience. And yes, you're having to work hard. Yes, you have some bad days, but overall you're working and trending towards getting this internal peace. Learn how to be a good listener. Don't just wait for your turn to talk. Again, like you're going to find a lot of satisfaction through relationships. If you haven't already, I feel like you're still on the journey for this. But you're getting closer, and I feel like just like it's two cups, like there needs to be equal flow. So it may be a little bit of a pointer from spirit that you need to make sure that, like for this harmony, for this happiness, that you should be making sure that you're really paying attention, that you're really paying attention to what the other person wants and needs. And then ultimately that is going to actually move luck into your favor, that is actually going to cause you to have this joy. That it's just, it's this internal thing, this internal movement away from this disharmony, this to this internal harmony, is going to truly take away the limits that you have accepted, whether they're true or not. So you will be happier. You're already on that journey. You're already on the journey to be happier, to be more calm, to have loving reciprocal relationships in which there is true happiness and stability in that happiness, where you still have your own internal individuality and sense of self. Because I feel like, and I can't say this for everybody, but I feel like there are some people in this pile who felt like if they found these relationships would somehow lose their sense of self. And I feel like that's definitely a few of you. And unfortunately, what it's going to do, it's not going to hold you or lessen you or make you smaller, but it's going to release the limitations for you and give you peace. And and it is the path that you're meant to have. So yeah, whether you're starting your passionate new beginnings or have yet to yet to start them, like, your relationships are gonna bring you such value. Of course, they need to be healthy relationships, reciprocal relationships, but coming forward in relationships in which you are healed and you are balanced does, and choosing people who have that internal balance as well, like, that is why things are going to be beneficial. That's why there's not going to be limited. That's not why you're not going to be, there's no taming or fencing in. It's you're having this happiness. You're having these relationships because they make you more you. So whatever is going on with you, you're definitely on this path of self mastery, and you're not 100% there yet. Um, but over and over again, you're getting these intuitions, these hits, you're being given the roadmap in which to follow. And while some days you're more on board than others, you seem to be on your path. But yeah, you need to learn how to listen between, the people in your life. And I feel like that's more so, but also this, the guidance that you are being given, whether you realize it or not, you're being given this guidance. And this guidance is moving you towards your more ideal self, your more higher frequency version. I've got daughters. Some of you may have a daughter. Some of you, there may be somebody that's, that you just have this, like maybe a younger female, that you have this feeling of a need to protect, to take care of, that you see in a maternal or a paternal fashion. And all honestly, anything that you do towards your growth and healing is also going to be something that is going to benefit them as well, because especially if you're a protector of some sort, whether it be a parent or, this is a family member, or even this is just somebody in your life that you feel that need to protect, like, you being this version of yourself is something that it's going to help all your relationships, and certainly with family. But I feel like you still occasionally struggle with these outdated beliefs. Because again, you're on this journey and there's lots of things that you're learning along the way, but the spoiler at the end of the book is the limitations that you have due to the beliefs that aren't helpful. They just don't need to be there. You will be able to release them, and in this process you're going to have truly not only taken control of your emotional self, which is critical to this whole thing, like you taking control and being emotionally mature and that is critical to this. But I feel like just overall you're going to realize the power that you hold in your own life. And if there is somebody or people that you do want to protect, you're going to be putting yourself in a greater position to do that. So, to badly paraphrase Bruce Lee, I accept the limit of no limits. And know that you're going to get lessons along the way. You're going to get people that you should listen to. And, situations that you need to be attentive to, especially regarding relationships. You should know that, especially regarding relationships, it doesn't just have to be romantic relationships, but there is some kind of progress within you that's going to bring a whole new level of stability and happiness to your life. And yes, some of this could be a romantic relationship, but this is not just romantic. This is not going to just hit you in one way of your life. This is going to affect how you do business in your life, and your life is going to be different and better because of it. And again, you're not 100% there, but you're already on your way. So thank you for everybody who's been liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, booking readings. It all matters, and I really appreciate it. If you do want a free reading, I'm giving away 2 as soon as I hit 5,000 subscribers. So just make sure that you're subscribed and you comment, and you're in the running for that. I also want to say thanks for everything you do to support me. And we're going to move on to our gorgeous pile number 4s. Pile number 2, pile number 4. Of course, pile number 4. I just say pile number 2 because that's how I roll. I don't know if any of you had the impression that you should also look at pile number 2. Maybe that's a sign for you, but of course, that may just be for a few of you, and I feel like that it may just be for a few of you. How do others see you? Pile number 4, unconditional love. I feel like deep down and on a visceral level, people can just feel the love that you send out. And I feel like I feel like with your actions, with your words, like people can feel your heart and people can feel that you're coming from a place of love. Got the 8 of Cups, the Magician, Nine of Pentacles, and the 7 of Pentacles. I feel like you've definitely had some situations that, regardless of the love that you felt, that you did have to walk away from. um, because you're aware that you manifest your life and you needed, you know, and I feel like there were definitely excuse me, very emotionally unsatisfying. Like, you definitely have had situations in which you've been loving and giving and kind, and it has been only you being loving and giving and kind. And I don't think that you stopped loving, but you did walk away from that lack. And that's why you you're at this point you're highly independent because you are manifesting the stability in your life, even if, despite the love that you give, not everybody is going to give back. So I feel like you spend your time building up your stability and watering your garden. So for a lot of you, you did have found some peace, but you may have found some peace, some peace. I, you've found it by, you know, maybe giving yourself the separation that you needed. People can still see that what you do is love, but I feel like a lot of you are quietly watering your gardens, manifesting. I feel like a lot of you are very much working to manifest whatever you can do without others. Because I feel like I don't think that you've become less loving, but you definitely feel less safe within it. And I'm saying, like, pentacle, pentacle, pentacle. Like, you're working to make whatever your vision is, you're putting in the work to do it. Like, you're somebody who's responsible, you're somebody who's hardworking, you're somebody that is manifesting, that is powerful, but there is this loneliness to you, because I feel like you're still somebody who gives, but I feel like you're very much trying to make it through everything alone. And you are actually doing a good job of it with the seven of cups. I feel like I know this is weird because I know this is about how other people see you, but I'm feeling like the universe wants you to know that they're with this moon, this having to walk away into the unknown, away from what is unsatisfying, that there is going to be some kind of reveal to you. See you will see this new beginning in which there is going to be this stability, which I mean, I'm definitely getting a vibe from this pile that you haven't really felt like you've had people you could depend on. So I feel like a lot of what Spirit is trying to show here is that, well, everything where there's a lot of lack of clarity and you are just working to build your own abundance, your own castle, but kind of like the Little Prince, in which but knowing that there is going to be a new beginning for you, that even though you can't see it now, that it is going to happen, that new beginning is going to happen, and it is going to bring in joy, and it is going to bring in family, and it is going to bring in community. And yes, everything that you're doing right now does matter, but whatever has caused, like, just know that this love that you throw out into the universe that people can see and feel as a part of you, that I feel like that at this point you may be even a little afraid of, but know that that happiness and stability, those are things that are still coming for you. Are you dissatisfied? I feel like it's not even that you're dissatisfied, but it's like you've come to, it's not that even that you've come to expect less, it's just you've just come to, there's been this profound disappointment. And I feel like this, such a profound disappointment that it may be hard for you to take offers in the future. It's like you want to build on your own because at least then, people won't be just taking. But you have a strong mind and a strong intellect. And you already know the lines that shouldn't be crossed. You already know how to set the boundaries needed. But there is a lot of disappointment and sadness here. And for good reason. You're disappointed and sad because you gave love. And I feel like it's not just one person or one situation that you've had to walk away from because that broke your heart. But this is not going to be your forever, and you need to know that. And you need to respect that you already know what to avoid. You You already have the power to make these tough choices. I feel like some of you have left people that you loved so much and maybe still love. But leaving the situation was the only way to find justice or fairness. But the wheel of fortune is shifting. Like the things that are meant to come to you are still going to come to you. And part of what is meant to come for you, to you, is this different level where your life is at another level, where the problems that you deal with now are not the problems you're going to be dealing with forever. Where you have fully overcome old cycles and are bringing in new, positive, happy ones. So if you're struggling, if you're in pain, if you don't feel like you can trust anybody, it is something that may be now, but it isn't going to be the rest. Because yes, you've had a lot of things not pay off. But you're going to have things pay off. And they're not going to be small. What you're going to receive is a great deal of happiness. What you're going to receive is the culmination of things moving into like real, strong, powerful victory in which not only are things good, but you just don't deal with the same problems again. Like you're going to have this stability, maybe this stability that you never actually received before. But right now you hold a burden. And again, I feel like this burden may not have been fair. And you are certainly way too tired of holding it. I feel like you were burdened. Like again, you are this person who shows this love, this huge capacity for amazing and unselfish love, and you were burdened about it. But it has been a really rough cycle. It has been a very painful cycle. But these burdens, this pain, this suffering, these people who have not given you the respect and kindness you deserve, ultimately, you're on your path to better. And yes, you have not seen, you've put in so much energy and effort, and you have yet to see the payoff. But the payoff is not a small payoff. The payoff is abundant. The payoff is actually the kind of love that you give being returned. So I feel like just because you have darkness and disappointment and pain, and right now you may have trouble believing that you can trust again. Things are going to come in balance for you. healing is going to happen. Healing is not only going to happen, but even though you haven't had those things taken off your plate yet, and I feel like you may actually need help to release some of these burdens, even though you are hyper independent, and you're hyper independent because people and situations and life has given you no choice. But the help, the people, the healing is all going to come for you. And yes, it has been a long journey. There has been lots of twists and turns, and it has been painful, but it has moved you to only have your heart be more beautiful. And you remain somebody who's special, who's valuable, who's powerful. And I feel like I feel like it's not that far off. But not that far off when you have those people who, when they receive your love, are not only loyal, but fiercely loyal and truly protective of you. Just know that, yes, you're working on your stability, you're investing in your future, you're working towards what you can do all by yourself, because that's the only thing you can trust is you. But there's no time like the present. Live right now, love right now, believe right now. I feel like you're doing what you can right now. And you don't see all of the gifts yet that you are going to receive. And this fell out too. So part of what's happening right now is you're having to reflect and see. But you truly aren't going to take for granted when you receive what you deserve. And I don't know why you got a bunch of these cards, but thank goodness you're weird, right? Thank goodness that you are this special brand of who you are. And yeah, even in even where you are, no matter what, you are building yourself up. You are definitely not choosing to be a victim of your circumstances, even if you've had people mistreat you. But you've walked away from those people. You've done whatever you can to build the life that you can right now, while still being this beacon of unconditional love. So yeah, you're tired right now, and you have had to walk away from what has not been healthy, but that's not the life that you're going to continue to live. This is not the end for you. This is just a transition period. So I hope that this helps you. If you do want a free reading, I'm giving away 2 as soon as I hit 5,000 subscribers. So just make sure that you're subscribed and you comment. I also want to say thank you to everybody who's been liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, booking readings. It all matters, and I'm really grateful.